Reading Stormrage, and it is official. Niantic is established. This is how they're going to release the legendaries. Articuno until the 31st of July, Moltres until the 7th, and then Zapdos until the 14th. No shelter. So the first question in your mind is, how do I get into a group that not only does legendary raids, but does legendary raid after legendary raid? So that way you can get the best items, the chance to catch the legendary, because they are rather low catch rate, and then of course the legendary that you actually want to power up. So here's what I've done to great success. This is working downtown Kissimmee is where I've done this, but I can easily see this working in different places. Maybe Winter Garden, maybe even Disney Springs. But basically it's always started off with, I find a group of instinct players, 4, 5, hey, who was ready to go raid today? Who got a couple hours, got a few hours, who's off today? Let's go do some raids. Okay, sweet. So we go to the raids and we go to, usually it starts off in a busy area, high traffic area like Kissimmee, downtown Kissimmee being ideal. Any of those gyms that get a raid on them, they get like group after group. No Discord. Most of the people aren't on Discord that play PokemonGO. That's just a fact. They're not on Discord. They're not using Facebook chats. They're just playing the game, and they see these raids. So in those high traffic gyms, high traffic raid areas, that's a perfect place to catch those players and be like, hey, we're an organized group. Granted, maybe 4 or 5 of you, whatever there may be, but whatever you came with. We're an organized group. We're gonna be doing raids for a couple hours. Are you interested? People hear that and like, yes, I'm interested. They get their friends in. People around that, they see that you're the small little squad organized. They're like, these are people I want to hang with. Which is fantastic. And from that point, you're the leader. You're the leader. I know one day we kind of grew up to a squad of about 30 people. Just doing that, hitting a raid, then moving over to another raid that was in downtown, and then those people came in. They went way off downtown, hit about 4 more raids, then went around a little bit more. They got their friends in. They get their oh, all my girlfriend's going off work at this time. Perfect. Bring them in. They all come. Then the group kind of grows bigger. You're just rolling around. So here's the question: how do you get a group to actually stay together that long? If in this kind of model, which I've been using, you're the leader. You're the person who is, setting the tone. How do you make sure everything's moving along, but still everyone's happy? So, first off, here's my rules of raid leading or raid etiquette. Be welcoming of people. Yeah, your friends come over, absolutely. Yeah, you bring out, insist on an ETA. Make sure, okay, your friend's coming, awesome. How far away are they? Need time, because you got to be respectful of everyone else's time too. It's not just one person, for the raid. If it's more than 10 minutes, think about, oh, hey, is it, what raid is next? Where are we going? Because you can wait, but you don't want people standing around 15 minutes. All right, then the friend gets there, and then you get started. That's a big drain on everyone's morale. If you can keep things moving, that's what you want. But also along the same lines, once people get there, take care of them. Hey, person's in the middle of starting a raid. His app crashed. Cancel the raid. Just stop it. We've all been there. It sucks. You don't want, even if you can take it on the raid, be respectful of the people who are there. Even if you're not that person, it feels good to be like, oh, hey, yeah, we helped this person out. If someone pulls up to your raid and you're in the middle of fighting it, cancel the raid, let them in. Like, that's someone that could go from raid to raid with you if you let them join you. It's not, oh, screw you, we got our group, bye. Like, no, bring them in. The more people, the better. More people not only has less potions, but also helps you last longer, I would say. So let's see. Oh yeah, so organizing the group. with the groups my size, the big question is always, do we split into 2 groups or we stay in 1? Because of the way team ball bonuses work, I try and be on the side of going two teams. If people have alts, fantastic. A lot of people have alts. Yet again, be welcoming. To let everyone know. Hey, is there any family members? Do you have any accounts for your family members, your friends? Like, if you have an alternate account, you're more than welcome to bring it out and do 2 raids with us. People love that. Oh, hey, my husband has an account. Yeah, I'll log over to his account, do that raid, and then do another raid. It's perfect. That way, usually I'll organize it in the groups I'm in. We do an instinct run, and then we do not an instinct run. So, and that's been super successful. They get more balls. We get more balls. More people get the accounts, and more accounts get the raid, and it's more fulfilling. Also, a really nice part of doing 2 groups is someone in that first group that goes. So say you're waiting on somebody who has an alt in the first group. That first group goes, all right, they're done. But like, hey guys, can you look up the next raid? That way, instead of everyone finishing the raid, then all right, where do we go? I don't know, what raid just spawned? That way, that first group is like, all right, let's look up raids, see what's going on. Some people are contacting their friends, whatever it may be. It's just a really nice kind of phase system when you have 2 groups. If you're putting yourself in that leadership position, which is the best way to do raids, you need to know about the mons and what you're fighting. So Articuno, start things off, ice flying type. It is super effective, or I should say, it only knows ice type moves in PokemonGO. We get a nice little shot of all the type effectiveness. Most things are neutral. Rock is double super effective, so it's great to exploit that. Steel, fire, and electric. If people are asking you, what do I use? My go-tos are always, if you have any Tyrantars, bring them. And if you don't have Tyrantars, Flareon is fantastic, Jolteon's fantastic, Arcanine's, whatever fire types you got, or the strong electric types you have. Those are good choices. Don't even bother bringing up, you can bring up steel types like Steelix or Magneton. No one's gonna have a Magneton that's strong enough to matter. That's the thing. Yes, type advantage is important, but you don't want to be bringing 1,300 Magnetons to fights. That's just not. That's not gonna get you anywhere. And the people who are asking you what kind of Pokemon they should use, Pronothon was the best ones. I just did a fight. I think it was 2 days ago, where. Anyway, it was a Lugia, and we were on the lower side. It was about 10-person raid, and people were fighting. Actually, it was 9 persons. It's 9 people. But we were going. We couldn't beat it. We were there for about 40 minutes, and we kept barely getting there, but we couldn't do it. I was like, all right, let me see what you guys are using. So I went around to the crew, everyone that was there, and I saw a lot of errors we were able to fix. Like, for example, people were using Golem. Well, they see Golem, all right, Golem's good. They see the counter shard. Well, guess what? They were using a Mud Shot Earthquake Golem. That's not good. That's not good versus Lugia. People using Mud. Oh, Omnistar. I saw Omnistar on the counter sheet. No, you don't want to use Mud Shot Omnistar. Use the fast TMs. Conveniently, she had TMs ready to go, so we used some TMs, fixed the move sets, got the right mons healed up and powered up, and we were able down the Lugia just in time. So that was one heck of a story. All right, now let's go on to Lugia, and Lugia is a lot more interesting because Lugia is a psychic flying type, so no double weaknesses to exploit. And just a very different list of weaknesses, actually. Ghost is included because of the psychic type, and Ice is included because Ice resists Ice. So, opens up a lot more options. But in PokemonGO, this is the type advantage, just so you can see it. In PokemonGO, its moveset is all over the place. So, that's the type advantage. So, here it is. On the right-hand side, you'll see the Dragon move, Dragon Tail, Psychic moves, Extrasensory, Future Sight, Flying moves, Sky Attack, Water moves, Hydro Pump. Great coverage. But anyway, let's go back into the counter. So that question, what do you use versus Lugia? Well, this incredible site, PokeBattler.com, is a battle simulation site. Has run tons and tons of simulations. Has different dodging strategies included. This is Lugia's theoretical, or I'd say the hardest moveset, Dragon Tail Sky Attack. And these are the counters. These are the Pokemon that are most effective. Sky Attack is not very effective against Rock, so Golem becomes an amazing Pokemon to fight Lugia with. When it's at Sky Attack, Lugia. Tyranitar, of course, is fantastic, resisting Sky Attack, while of course being double super effective in both types. Omnistar, and that's, hard times when it has to choose Blissey. That's just because that's how effective it is. So, going over to Psychic, Tyranitar gets bumped up because, or Extrasensory Sky Attack. Tyranitar gets bumped up because it also is immune to psychic attacks. So, real nice there. Here's where it gets interesting though. You put in Hydro Pump. What do you do against that Hydro Pump Lugia? According to the math, it's Lapras and Cloyster. Lapras and Cloyster both are resist the water type attacks, and they have those double frost type moves that deal good damage, and it's super effective against the flying type. So, really nice time to bring out those pocket Laprases you got. So, rock that out. And of course, again, Tyranitar right at the top. Zapdos is there, but we don't have Zapdos yet. And Jolteon just doesn't have the stats to compete. If people need to use, if people have bad mons, or use Jolteon, of course. But we're looking for those Lapras and the Cloyster. Fits that niche real nicely. And then this is another interesting one. Double Psychic is easily the weakest moveset. Tyranitar is immune to both the attacks. And Dragonite finally creeps back up at the number 6 on the rankings. So, interesting website, you play around with it. Double, I love the fact that Dragon Tail Sky Attack Lugia has such high defense that it only died 28 times. No, 38 times. So, interesting website, lots of math and cool stuff you can play around with if you do the simulator side. But that's how you kind of need to think about it. It's not this mon counters this mon. Each attack has a type which is matched against the defender's type to determine the effectiveness. So you've gotten the group together, you've organized everything, you've made able for them to efficiently take down this boss. Now it's time to catch the legendary raid boss. The legendary birds now have a catch rate of 3%. Lugia has a catch rate of 2%. And put that in perspective, Tyranitar has a catch rate of 5%. This is all the base. But I'm at this point with all the factors working for me and such, I have about a 50% catch rate. Here's my kind of guidelines and thoughts when I'm catching. Golden Raspberry, of course. Curveballs every time. With the legendaries, however, you only want to throw the ball when they finish an attack. That way, as soon as that animation is finished, the ball hits them. Extremely high chance, or extremely small chance, that they'll do another animation to mess up the throw. Worst thing you can do is you throw the ball, awesome, well-aimed ball, curved ball, and then Lugia just flies up a little bit and dodges it. Terrible feeling, don't do it, wait until they attack, and then throw the ball. Then some notes on the actual Pokemon themselves. Articuno, in my humble opinion, much easier to catch. Yes, it is a small hitbox. If you're still worried about hitboxes at this point in Pokemon Go, you got some problems. But Articuno, the animation is very clean. It throws the ball as soon as it's done, nice and simple, straightforward to get that great, excellent, whatever you're going for. You want this circle to be as small as possible, of course. Lugia, however, animation is really messy, so I'm going to show some video right now of it. Lugia will do that backflip. It doesn't go all the way back up right, and then the circle shows up. About 3/4 of the way through that animation is when that circle shows back up. So you cannot wait till that attack and then for it to sit still and then throw the ball. If you're doing the middle of the attack strategy, spin it when it's going halfway through that back lip, throw the ball. You can do that, or another time, another of those opportune moments to throw the ball is when Lugia descends, because that is another set in stone animation. It is rather fast, but if you're paying attention and you're looking at, okay, that circle's small, they go down, all right, throw, catch it. Those are my tips. That's what I use to catch the legendaries. Like I said, I've had a really good catch rate. Of course, it's all in the odds. You have a 2% you have a 2% chance to catch it. Everything you do is just helping you. The badge, the ice badge, the flying badge, the psychic badge, curveballs, raspberries. These are all things that are just helping you a little bit from that 3%. Anyway, best of luck to you. Hope you get some groups together across the city, catch those legendaries, get ready for Zapdos. There's no shelter from the storm.